Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name once again is Celestial C888, and today we will be doing a monthly read. Now for our monthly reading, we will be still using the Celtic Dragon Tarot deck, but in addition to the Celtic Dragon Tarot deck, we will also be using the Psychic Tarot Oracle card. We will be pulling at least two cards from that deck. We will also be using the Moonology Oracle cards to pick out a moon card for your reading, and we will be topping that off with the Romance Angel Oracle deck for any Romance Angels messages to look out for the month. Now these are the decks that we will be using for your reading, and now without further ado, let us begin. All right, Leo, these are your cards, and this is your general reading for the month of September 2022. Now, first impressions that I have for you, Leos, this month, I definitely feel that your intuition, for those of you who have, intuitive, empathic, psychic abilities, it's definitely feeling like it's going to be growing a lot this month, Leo, especially through dreams. I definitely feel for the collective Leos, you're definitely going to be seeing like a lot of dreams that give you downloads of information this month, because the first card you have is the Moon card, and the Moon card for you guys definitely represents this feeling of just, your intuition going up. You guys are gonna feel like a lot of downloads of information psychically. Some of you might be growing in this field this month. Again, this doesn't have to apply to everybody. If the Leos who are watching don't feel that applies to them, then they can always check the other videos for their sun, moon, and rising. But for the collective Leos, you guys are definitely on this power up and this intuitive feeling going around. For some of you, I feel as if you have people in your lives that you might not necessarily trust, and you might turn to like psychic means to find out for sure, if this person is up to no good or not. And this could come in like maybe you guys start doing tarot for yourself to find out, or you go to a psychic to ask for a reading about a person. I definitely feel that you guys are just like in this journey right now for the month of September, because again you have the Fool card, and I definitely feel that this affirms that you guys are just like on this beginning journey, psychically, collectively. Now for others, you could be on a different journey, different new journey. Maybe it's for work, maybe it's for school. It is that time of year where schools start up, or you could be starting a new job or anything. But I definitely feel for the collective Leos, you guys are definitely, I feel it. Yeah, you're definitely going through this whole psychic awakening this month, if you haven't already had like a psychic awakening before. And your next card, the Queen of Swords, definitely really shows me that the reason why you might be having this is because you have a lesson that you haven't learned from your past. Maybe you've already known that you had this ability, but you kind of put it on the shelf, and now it's coming back. And I feel as if for some of you, again, this doesn't have to apply to everybody, but for some of you, it's coming back because you refused to learn the lesson before, and now it's coming back again, so that you can like, hey, it's time to pay attention. You have this power, it's time to like deal with that, Leos. I definitely feel that for collectively, this is what's going to be happening to you guys. You guys are probably avoided it for who knows how many, like everybody's different, everybody's on a different journey, but you guys might have avoided it for whatever reason. Maybe it was to protect yourself, maybe because you weren't ready. I know myself, I've struggled with deciding when and where I was gonna do certain things, and how to explain it to family and everything. And you guys might also be dealing with that too, trying to explain that to family and friends, like the stuff that you're going through, what you're doing spiritually might not might not vibe with them, especially if as an example, if your family's like in like a certain religion, and what you're doing spiritually doesn't match what they would want you to do. It could be very difficult to like go through that. With that's really like stuff like that is definitely a tricky topic to navigate through. But I feel as if this month you guys aren't being let go of like this responsibility to like face it, because I feel as if the downloads of information are coming, like that all of that stuff is gonna happen. And I mean, you can try to ignore it, but it's one of those things where the lesson either is gonna be learned today or well, not today specifically, like the either lesson's gonna be learned this month, or you can avoid it and then it'll come the next month, or you avoid it again and then eventually you avoid it long enough and then 10 years later it comes back because hey, you still haven't learned your lesson yet. So that's what I feel the Queen of Swords is definitely here to say for you guys. You have an old lesson that you haven't necessarily learned. And again, for those of you Leos who don't feel that this is going to be your journey for the month, you can always check for your sun, moon, or rising. You can always let go of whatever doesn't apply to you. Okay, the next card you have is the High Priestess. And again, I definitely feel as if you guys, Leo, as a collective, you guys are going to be in the beginnings of learning lessons. And again, this could be just lessons in school. Maybe you're learning new lessons for a new job or whatever. Maybe you're just learning new stuff for that. But I definitely think collectively, you guys are definitely psychically, going on a journey, Leos, collectively. Again, this doesn't have to apply to every Leo, and everybody's on a different journey. But I definitely feel like the High Priestess is there to help you through this journey, through these lessons that you need to learn, because again, you cannot avoid these lessons forever. And for some of you, again, I feel as if the reason why you guys are having all of this stuff happening is because maybe people around you aren't, who they seem. I feel as if for some Leos, you're already on some level already know that, you like subconsciously know it, or maybe not even subconsciously, you just like, you kind of just feel like iffy about a person, but you can't put your finger on it. And you can't just go out and say, I don't trust you without any proof. But I definitely feel that you guys either going to be looking for ways to prove it, or like your dreams or whatever it is where you're going to get your downloads of information is going to be helpful in getting, what you need to know. The next card is the Two of Swords. And again, I definitely feel as if you guys are going to be struggling with balancing out everything, especially for those of you who are going to be going on a new spiritual journey. It's not an easy thing when you first start. I'm just letting you know it takes a lot of work. For some people, you got to do it every day just to keep yourself sharp. I definitely feel as if for you Leos collectively, you guys are going through this where you're just like, oh, now I gotta balance out learning to do this and still spending time with my friends and family, or learning to do this and like working and everything. But I definitely think that you guys are going to be able to do it, Leo, because your last card from this pile is the Emperor. And I feel as if once you guys get a handle for it, those of you who didn't avoid what this reading is going to mean for you. And again, this is a general reading and it can apply to any aspect of your life. But for those of you feel like the Emperor, maybe you might even be on the verge of getting a leadership position in your job or something, or in your school or something. Or maybe you're just being given more responsibilities at home if you feel as if, you're not given as much responsibility at home as you would like. But I definitely feel for the Leos collectively, you guys are definitely going to feel like you're in more control. You have more power because of everything that's happened. Now, the next cards, your Psychic Tarot Oracle cards. Let's pull them out carefully. Now, the first card you have is Patience and Planning. So again, I definitely can see that's happening with you, because maybe when you start having the downloads of information, maybe it's not a lot and you kind of just like, but I need more of this. But when in the beginnings of your journey spiritually, psychically, with your intuition, whatever you would call it, it takes years. I was like, it takes years. Like some people, maybe they'll have everything in one day if they're lucky, but for others, it takes a while. I mean, I was already doing cards years before I even decided to start doing anything on YouTube. And that was just, if me doing it for friends and family if they would allow me to. But like again, this new journey for you, Leo, is definitely going to take a lot of patience and it's going to be a lot of planning. Your next card is Temptation. Now, I definitely feel for you guys for this month. Maybe it's a temptation to just like actually walk away from what I'm saying. You kind of just, maybe it's for some of you, you kind of just like, oh, I really don't have time for this right now. And I'm just like, I need to set this aside for right now. And I'm here to tell you, Leo, that's not going to work for all of you. Maybe it'll work for some of you, but in the long run, it's not going to work for all of you. This lesson, whatever's going on, it has to be learned, and it's if it's not learned now, it'll be learned later, and you can only delay later for so long, before it comes back. So those are your two. See, patience and planning and temptation. Again, for some of you, it might be a temptation to just, try to speed up your downloads of information, try to find ways to do shortcuts around it. Again, that is not going to work either. You're only going to get the information that you absolutely need to get at the time that you need to get. Trust me, my life would be a lot more easier if I could just get everything quickly, but it's just not how it works for me for me either. And for any psychic or tarot reader who tells you differently, they're probably lying to you, plain and simple. That's all I've got to say. They're probably lying to you. So again, patience and planning and temptation. Leo, those are your two oracle cards. Now let us get your moon card. Let's see what the moon has to say for you for this month of September. You have faith in your dreams. And again, I feel this for a lot of you collective Leos. You guys your downloads or information are going to come through your dreams. And that's very normal. I want to say, I feel as if a lot of people, it starts off with your dreams and then it evolves. And then sometimes it just evolves other places. Sometimes it starts in other areas, but a lot of times it evolves from your dreams. So I definitely feel as if you guys are being asked to have faith in your dreams. Maybe it's having faith in dreams in a different context, maybe not like a psychic one. Maybe it's just, the stuff that you want to do with your life, Leos. But whatever it is, whatever this applies to, have faith in your dreams. And again, if you don't feel as if this reading applies to you, you can always check the other videos for your sun, moon, or rising to get a better picture of your month. And lastly, Leo, let's get your romance angel card as soon as I straighten these out a little bit. And your first card is stay optimistic about your love life. Now, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Now, for those of you Leos who are single, this is probably what you need to hear. Again, if you are happily in a relationship, happily in a committed relationship, you don't have to take the romance angel card seriously. You don't have to do anything. Please don't get out of your happy relationships just because of these cards. This doesn't necessarily apply to you. And your next romance card is reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And again, I feel as if now that I see this card, maybe your past lesson is with somebody from your past life that you have to relearn. And again, for past life, whether you believe it or not, sometimes we just have people from our past lives that lived multiple lives that we're just meeting again. Or it could just be somebody from your past. Maybe somebody from your past you never got closure from, and maybe that's why you guys are having to go through this lesson right now, Leah, so that you can finally get closure from that person. I feel as if that is true for somebody out there, which is why I have to say. So again, you guys have reconciliation, and please stay optimistic about your love life. All right, Leo, that is your general reading for the month of September. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to help the channel grow. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.